Hello, hope you all are doing well. Let us go ahead in economic geology, paper 1. We have completed with unit 1 of economic geology. Today we will start with unit 2 and try to understand the process of formation of ore deposits. Various references are used here in this lecture also. Till now we have understood what a ore is. So when we are trying to define what is mineralization or what is a ore, how do we define it? When a sufficient quantity of metal is accumulated in a place, metal or a non-metal maybe, it is known as a ore deposit. Okay. For a metal, the average metal content is known as grade. It should be more than the cutoff grade, and there should be a minimum prescribed tonnage of the ore. That this much amount of metal has to be taken out from the ore, and the cutoff grade and the minimum tonnage of ore are prescribed by the mineral industry based on the mineral policies. Okay. And what is not a ore? Presence of very less amount of any metal, say it in ppms, that is not a ore. If there is Re present in zircon, that will not be a ore. Okay. So how does it occurs? Mineralization is usually found in particular geological events. Okay. These are typical time spans when one or more than one economic minerals are formed in particular lithoids. Say for example the bended hematite gneiss of the Archean age. You find it in the Dharwar Craton. Within the bended Archean gneiss or bended gneiss complex, also known as BGC, you get layers of iron, hematite, okay, layers of hematite within the sedimentary rock. Likewise, you find lot of lead and zinc mineralization in the Rajasthan area within the Precambrian rocks that are associated with the sedimentaries there. But a peculiar thing is that they get deposited in a particular time span. That geological event is very important in terms of mineralization. So what I'm trying to say here is that within the geological time scale, there are some time periods during which a particular mineral or number of minerals may get deposited. Okay. So we'll get into the process of their formation. First we'll understand how they occur, where do we get them. After that we will understand that how they are formed. Okay. So here you see this is the geological time scale, the recent geological time scale. It is divided into eon, era, period and ages. Okay. So there are major 3 eons only: Archean, Proterozoic and Phanerozoic. Archean, Proterozoic and Phanerozoic. Phanerozoic has Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic in it. Okay. So this Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic comes within Phanerozoic. Before this is Proterozoic and before that is Archean. So Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic and Phanerozoic. Phanerozoic has 3 parts: Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic. Okay. Proterozoic has 3 parts: Paleoproterozoic, Mesoproterozoic and Neoproterozoic. Okay. So this is the complete geological time scale, and it has been recently modified also. This is from recently from 2020. This last line is the 0 minute. Okay. That means this is the present, and this is just after the earth was formed. So around 4.6 billion years ago the earth was formed. Then around 4000 comes the Hadean. Then at 2500 comes the boundary between the Archean and the Proterozoic. After that between the Paleozoic and Proterozoic at around 551. And then likewise what we can learn here is, what we have to in fact learn here is that at 551 there is a boundary between Proterozoic and Phanerozoic, and then between Paleozoic and Mesozoic it is at 251. Then between Paleozoic and Mesozoic it is at 66, and then between Pleistocene or Holocene of Quaternary, it is 0.012. This is the complete time span which the earth has faced. Okay, so in this period, in this complete time period, there were peculiar times at which metals got deposited, and you will be amazed to see here that the Precambrian, that is the time just before the Cambrian, that is the Proterozoic and Hadean, it has lot of metals, many metals and non-metals in fact. Okay, so we need to know this if we have to understand geology. You should learn this. Okay, Precambrian has Archean and Proterozoic. Precambrian means before Cambrian. Okay, then Paleozoic, Mesozoic and Cenozoic. So Proterozoic, Paleozoic, Mesozoic, Cenozoic, these are the eras. Various major events took place here. You should learn this age. I have given this in a very easy manner. You should learn these ages. So these events during which global scale economic minerals they got deposited are known as metallogenic events, and this process is known as metallurgy. Okay, so I gave you an example of banded iron formation in the Archean or the Proterozoic rocks, and the greenstone belts of the Archean period. We get these greenstone belts along with the Dharwar Craton in the southern region, and slowly when you will understand stratigraphy, you will understand all this. So here I am trying to give you an idea of the time during which these economic minerals have got deposited. So this event, the metallogenic event, it takes place during peculiar time periods that are known as metallogenic epochs. Okay, so to understand this, we will see the book by Umeshwar Prasad, which you have got the soft copy of this book, right? So if we see the third chapter of this book, you will see here mineral paragenesis and zoning. Metallogenic epochs and provinces means which mineral is forming first, which are the metallogenic epochs, which are the provinces and controls of mineral localization. That means where do we get minerals. Okay, so here a very elaborate sequence is written. We will go through this book. So if you see the next page of this book, you will find our two words written here, metallogenic epochs. Okay, so metallogenic epochs, they are defined as the specific time period during which some economic minerals have got deposited. Okay, here we will find the definition somewhere. The time period, you can see it in detail once because you already have this book. So these are the events in which specific minerals get deposited. Okay, there are major three types of these events: the metallogenic epochs, that is the Precambrian, the late Paleozoic and the late Mesozoic. Okay, so these actually define the boundaries which we just discussed. Okay, so these are actually the boundaries which we just discussed: the Precambrian, the late Paleozoic and the late Mesozoic. So during the Precambrian epochs, there are various places like Kyunjhar, Mayurbhanj, Sundargarh and various many places where metals got deposited. So this epoch is the most important one because of the great length of time involved in the presence of large and varied mineral deposits. Okay, then the late Paleozoic or the Permo-Carboniferous epoch. Towards the upper Carboniferous time, various minerals got deposited in different places within India and the world also, Then within late Mesozoic to early tertiary epoch also, various minerals got deposited along with the basaltic flow. So the epoch represents time. Okay, epoch represents the time, whereas the province represents the area. Metallogenic province, the areas in which minerals deposited during the metallogenic epochs are found. So there are majorly these 1, 2, 3, 4, and there are 8 majorly, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, gold province of Karnataka, copper province of Singhbhum, copper province of Khetri, lead zinc province of Hisatu Belbahan, iron province of southern Singhbhum, iron province of Durg Bastar, iron province of Karnataka Goa, manganese province of Balaghat. So these are the areas which are rich in minerals in terms of Indian subcontinent. Okay, so there were peculiar time periods during which minerals got deposited. The areas in which these got deposited are known as metallogenic province, and the times during which they got deposited are known as epochs. These time are majorly of 3 types only. They are Precambrian epoch, Permo-Carboniferous epoch, late Mesozoic to early tertiary epoch. Okay, and the 8 provinces are present in which these minerals got deposited. Let us finish it here today. Please ask questions.